Yeah, how's everyone doing? Good, I hope. Yeah, well, I'm going to talk about the AtariVCS, man. It's after getting 3 new games on the AtariVCS store, and this is awesome, man. All by Crash Productions and Kiki 2600, right? So these games are Atari 2600 story games, but they're all awesome. The first one is called Cosmic Custodian, which is awesome. Sort of like Galaxian and stuff like this, which is awesome, right? Another one is called Yeet Fighter, which is like a fighting game. Sort of like Street Fighter 2, only with Atari 2600 graphics, right? Awesome. Now, and the other game, I can't pronounce the name of it, that one's free, man. So, this is awesome, people. And we're going to see more games in 2026 on the AtariVCS store. And I love Atari, as you can see. And I'm saying that I always love Atari, you know. And the AtariVCS is awesome, you know, in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, you know, now these games are fairly cheap. Yeet Fighter is something like €5, whereas Cosmic Custodian is something like €3, and the other one I can't remember the name of is free. Now the one that's free is it's sort of like a boom or avalanche where stuff is falling and you have to catch it, but you have to match the colour of the object that's falling. So you have like a trampoline or something at the end of the screen that you move left to right. This yoke at the very top of the screen drops something, and it's either yellow, green, or blue, and you have to switch the colour of your yoke to the same colour as the thing that's falling to catch it. And it starts off slowly but gets faster and faster, sort of like Avalanche or Kaboom, which is awesome, man, you know. So yeah, I mean, the AtariVCS, this is a 6 year out, man. I've had it 6 years. I've bought and played every game on the AtariVCS, and it's been brilliant, man, you know. They sort of pick up and play arcade style games, puzzle games, and spaceship shooters, stuff that you see on the Atari 2600, which I think is awesome, you know. So yeah, I mean, awesome, and it's awesome that the AtariVCS is getting this support from indie devs, because it's the AtariVCS is for all gamers like myself that grew up with the Atari 2600 and like those starter games. So yeah, now Atari have stopped production of the AtariVCS, which is sad, man. And they've sold out the last remaining bits of stock when it comes to the AtariVCS. So all the consoles are sold out, all the joysticks are sold out, and I don't think they're going to make any more of them, which is unfortunate. And it's a shame that Atari don't see the potential in the VCS anymore. You know what I mean? It's capable of more even than they know, man. And we've told them this, but we've got top fan status at Atari, so I know they value my input and my suggestions, man. Right? And I've told them, look, it's capable more than you realise. You just have to put the effort in. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's 5 years old, but it's still capable of more than even you realise. So we told them about a game called Last Stop on the AtariVCS. Look, that's using the Unreal Engine. It can handle it pretty well, man. So we can't do something like that. You know what I'm saying? But their priority is the Atari 2600 plus, the 7800 plus, stuff like this. You know, and Atari are currently killing it, so that makes me happy with what they're doing. So obviously they think doing this is the best course of action, and it's working, so we can't complain. But I'd love it if Atari would put more games on the AtariVCS, but they won't, man. Not directly anyway. You know, they always say if you want to play like Mortal Kombat or something like this, you can play it through Steam that way, but I'd rather play on the AtariVCS through the AtariVCS store. But they say that the limits of the VCS has to be met. I disagree, like. They just don't want to put the effort because they see it as not important anymore. But they say that they won't outright stop supporting it, because they realise that there's a lot of fans like myself that want to see more games on it. And the fact that indie devs are making money and they pay Atari money, Atari realise that's a revenue stream and a fan base that they should keep happy. But the only way that they're going to do that is if Atari start releasing these games like boots before directly on the AtariVCS. Yes, Steam, we could play it that way if I want to, but we shouldn't have to go to Steam. We should be able to go to the AtariVCS store and buy it there if I want to. But it is what it is, man. So, look, in my opinion, people, the AtariVCS, it will get more games in 2026, which is amazing, man. Now the haters still hate it, man, and they fucking refuse to acknowledge it, man. I can't do well about that, but the AtariVCS is awesome, man. I mean, we've had more fun playing games on my VCS than my other systems, man. And the thing is, I could play any game I want, man. You know what I'm saying? On any system. Through various methods, man. We can emulate them through the Chrome browser that's built into the AtariVCS, or we could use AtariVCS, the Kinhang AtariVCS hard drives. We could use PC mode. We can play games, any game I want, man. Even games that came out on the PC that never came out on the consoles. Like all these awesome Doom mods for Doom that never came out on the consoles. You know, look, hell, on PC mode, it has a thing called the Doomsday Engine, which is an enhanced game engine for Doom, Heretic, and Hexen. So you can get the games, the normal DOS games, and use this engine, and it makes the games look and run fucking fantastic, man. Even way better than what you'd see on the consoles, even the Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5. Like, you can play Doom or the Ultimate Doom, or Final Doom, and it's awesome, man. You can look up and down, you can jump, the graphics are out of this world and the frame rate is out of this world. You can even make the enemies 3D and the objects 3D, which is something you don't see in the consoles, man. So that's awesome, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy to use. The thing with the VCS, it takes time to figure out how to get the best out of it. So you have to tinker, you have to explore. That's the best way to get stuff out of the VCS, you know. But if you're impatient and lazy, then the VCS isn't the system for you. You have to do some research, you have to put in the hard work to get the most out of it. And I think for me, that's very rewarding, because I've learned a lot of cool stuff about PC gaming by using these AtariVCS, because up until these AtariVCS, I never had a PC. I always had consoles. And I was arrogant thinking consoles are always better. But now that I have the AtariVCS and it is a PC, we can see why PC gamers like it so much. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just cheaper to play games and you have access to more games. You know? So yeah, but how's that not going for it? Plus, you know, all these awesome indie devs like Crash Productions, Orange Pixel, you know, Blue Sunset Games, Mecan Games. These are all awesome indie devs that make games for the VCS. And there's more to come in 2026. So don't listen to the people that are saying that it's dead. Like, okay, just because Atari have stopped production for it and it's no longer a priority, they won't outright abandon it because they realise it's making them money, which it is. Right? It is what it is, unfortunately. Atari just don't see the VCS as a priority anymore, and that's sad. Right? But they won't outright abandon it because they realise that, because the fan base like myself that like it, and people are making games where people are buying it and they're getting money out of it. So that's why about outright abandoning it. You know what I'm saying? Which is important. Because if they outright abandon it, like, they make a lot of fans angry, man. You know what I'm saying? But you can't please everybody, right? You know, that's one thing I've learned. But the AtariVCS is awesome. Like I say, 242 games. Mostly indie dev games, which is awesome. They're fairly cheap. Pick up and play arcade style games, puzzle games, spaceship shooters. So if you're into that sort of stuff, then get it, man. You got nothing to lose. Look, I don't think with the VCS, it takes time, research. You have to study about PC gaming to get the best out of it. You have to get keyboard and mouse. PC mode, in my opinion, is essential. And you can upgrade the VCS if you wish to 32GB of RAM. You can put a 2TB SSD drive if you want to. Now, I haven't upgraded my VCS because I don't want to, and I don't want to risk damaging my VCS, but I'm more than happy with 8 gigs of RAM. And most of my stuff is external, like AtariVCS, the Kinhang AtariVCS hard drive, and PC mode comes on the USB drive. So most of the enhancements and stuff from my VCS are external. Look, I've got external hard drives to save my games and AtariVCS as well. For me, that's the easiest and best way to do it. Where people say the best way to do it is to do something internally, which I don't know how to do, and I don't want to risk damaging my VCS. Because I had to get a special sort of screwdriver to open up the AtariVCS, so I don't want to risk damaging it, man. But I'm happy with what I have. With 8GB of RAM, 22GB of internal storage, you could play every game from the PS2 backwards, right? And some Xbox 360 games even work. Not all of them, but some do. And with the King Battle Sarah hard drive, I highly recommend people getting for your AtariVCS. It's an ultimate retro gaming experience, right? But you have to disable the secure boot option within the AtariVCS BIOS before you get the King hard drive. So that's a word of warning, because if you don't disable the secure boot option within the AtariVCS BIOS, the AtariVCS won't boot into Battle Serial. Just keep booting into the normal Atari OS. So just keep that in mind. But you have to have PC mode to access the AtariVCS BIOS, right? Now the BIOS is protected by a password, and to be honest with you, I forget what the password is, because once you do it once, you save it and you don't have to do it again, man. If you plug in the hard drive, the VCS will detect that first and boot into that. So yeah, I mean, that's it, man. So I'm going to leave it at that, man. The AtariVCS is awesome. 2026, we're going to see more games for it. I hope Atari bring out a new Night Driver game. I keep asking them to bring that out, man. I hope they do. Something tells me they won't. They should, but I don't think they're going to, because I don't see the VCS as a priority, which is a shame. You know, but it is what it is. But the VCS, I predicted when the VCS first came out, it lasts till 2027. I still maintain it will, and that'd be amazing for a crowdfunded system to last 7 years, man. It's incredible. But actually, the community, the AtariVCS community on Facebook, the good part of the AtariVCS fans, backers, and enthusiasts Facebook group, and we're the ones that are really keeping the VCS alive, man, because we're the ones that are buying it, playing games. It's a great community. If people have problems, other people could sort it out for them, if you know. So yeah, so I want to leave with that, man. Atari, I love Atari. I just wish that their priority was the VCS, but it's not. Look, I say it's on the Atari 2600 plus, 7800 plus hats and merchandise and stuff like that, but it's working. So who am I to complain? But about it is what it is. Right? So 3 new games are on the AtariVCS store by Class Productions and Kiki 2600. So awesome indie dev. You keep putting out games for cheap or even free, man. But he's got the only one. You got Orange Pixel, you got Retro Ninja Studios by Tony Barnes, Blue Sunset Games, awesome. So yeah, in my opinion, you got nothing to lose. But Atari have sold out of the VCS, so you can't buy it anymore. And I hear they're not going to make any more of them. So the only way to get an Atari VCS is through eBay. And they won't last forever because there's only a certain number of them made, and they get sold for outrageous prices. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So I'm going to leave it at that, man. I hope everyone has a good day. Take care, all the best, and bye-bye,